Hello everybody, welcome to Cautious Hero episode 7, anime review. This episode, we met someone who I hated. I don't like her. She was a dick. She started off alright, and then we got further in, and she was a bit of an unreasonable cow. Pardon my French there. Not a nice person. I'm a little bit sick, but not bad enough to stop, so that's why I might be going a little bit croaky like this. But yeah, the rest of this episode, the first half on the human bit, that was good. Then what we're doing next, I guess, the next arc, if you will, of what we're doing, and then the divine realm bit where we essentially Seiya had to clean up his mess. I say he didn't realize he made a mess, but he cleaned up the mess that he made accidentally. He accidentally cleaned up the mess that he made accidentally. How many times can you say accidentally in one sentence and it still makes sense? I can say it at least 7. But yeah, anyway, let's crack on with the episode, see what went down and everything. Again, apologies if this is going to be a bit shorter. I'm a bit under the weather, but stuff happens, you know. I'll get better and then they'll be back to normal. But this probably be normal anyway. I don't know. I don't have a clock or anything I can see. But anyway, let's get into this. Episode begins where we picked off last week. No opening again, which is always disappointing because I like the opening. I wish they'd play it more. It's really annoying when they skip it. But no, it's fine. We pick up where we left off with them exiting the cave. There are them knights there. The knights are basically like, hey, come help us please. We need the help from all the help we can get from you, Mr. Hero. And they're like, okay. They fly over and there's big flies. I think they're big flies. They're not just regular sized flies. They're big flies. Yeah, they are big flies because they pick up those people later on. Yeah, the leader of the big flies is called Beelzebub, which is like Beelzebub, the demon guy in the lore. Is that the Bible lore? I don't know. I've never read the Bible. But yeah, Beelzebub is a giant fly, basically. But then we get honestly, a pretty disturbing bit where they pick up people and just drop them. They call it reverse fireworks because instead of going shot up into the air and then exploding, they fall back down to the ground and then explode because the blood splatters everywhere. Which is a bit grim, and I was like, huh, that's not good. Ugh. Ugh. Like that. Yeah, very grim. Turns out they were waiting for the hero the whole time. The leader of the knights, I forget her name. Her name is called Rosalie. She greets them as like, we can do it, hero. Now that you're here, let's go get him. And then there's this guy with like a mustache. Does he have a mustache or is it an eye patch? Or is it both? He's there and he's like, you need to calm down, lady. We need to think of a plan, you know? And they're like, all right, fair enough. They all gather, go back to the fortress. We learn on the way there about this guy called the War Master, and he's the most powerful man in this world. You know, Seiya's obviously more powerful, but he's not from this world. So yeah, War Master, he's a powerful dude. I wonder if that's going to come into play later. They said there's some reason he can't leave the capital, whether it's like a spell thing, or it's like, nah, I can't leave the capital because I'm protecting the king or whatever. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out, but maybe not. Maybe he's just like going to be like a myth that we just hear about and never see. Who knows? Strategy meeting now. We call it a strategy meeting. First off, Seiya is being himself. He's like, one of you is a bad guy. Maybe. There's someone listening. Maybe. There's explosives. Maybe. You know, and he worries everyone for nothing, basically. For nothing. I mean, it's worked out for him before, so I can't exactly say for nothing. Seiya agrees with the lady, Rosalie, her. She's like, yeah, we don't need a strategy meeting. I need to go train. I'll see you in a while. And they're all a bit like, huh? And he's like, yeah, I need to go train 3 days. And like, 3 days? I'm like, no, it's about an hour. The acceleration times and that. It's like, an hour? That's fine. I'm thinking, yeah, let him go train for an hour and then come back. Instead, Miss Rosalie, her, kicks up a right fuss because Seiya lets slip. He's like, yeah, I watched those guys kill all your men, which, you know, isn't a good thing to do, but she, you need a middle balance, right? Like, Seiya is too cautious, and then they say, like, she's, like, too reckless, I think is a good word. Yeah, she doesn't like him. She's like, you're not a hero, you're a coward. You've watched all those people die, and you just watched it happen. And then he's like, you just want to charge in there, and, you know, you can't, without a plan, if you charge in without being able to do anything, you're just revealing your hands while bending over. Is a good way of what I'm choosing to say it, you know what I mean? But yeah, after yelling at Seiya a bit, she then starts yelling at Rista, which is not good. Seiya is like, it's your fault anyway, they died because you're a crap leader. And I'm like, oh, Seiya, truth burns right there. But yeah, then she like charges him, coming to punch him because she's... Oh, also turns out she's the War Master's daughter. Don't remember when that was brought up. It's in my notes. Yeah, but yeah, she charges him to try and, you know, slap him one for chatting back to her, I guess, and he just, whoosh, you know. And I'm not going to say that's the right thing to do, but I don't like her, you know. She was a right turd. And says like, I'm not apologising, it's self-defence. And then he leaves, and she's in tears, and she's like, fight me, Dad. Yeah, I don't like Rosalie, don't like her at all. I get why she's there. I don't think we're supposed to like her, and I don't. I like her design, it's fine. And I think by the end of this arc, she'll be like, all right, you was right, Seiya. I'll come with you now, and we'll get. I think she's not jealous, but she's like envious for Dad. She wants to be strong like him, maybe, and that's why she's being so reckless. And then after this works out, she's gonna be like, Seiya, teach me your ways, and he's gonna be like, no, you can be my third baggage carrier. That's what I think is going to happen, but that's probably going to be next. Oh, he's finished his training. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. Yeah, should be good. They're in the Divine Realm now, our party of miscreants. Seiya explains like he hates how she is, how she would have kept going, you know, without blink, you know, regardless of the casualties that it would have caused and all that. And I'm like, Seiya, you make a good point. You know, you need. I said a bit earlier. You need somewhere in the middle of her and Seiya, like some sort of maybe more towards Seiya than her. It's not a dead middle, maybe like that. But yeah, it makes sense why he's annoyed. Anyway, enough about that. Seiya's like, we need guns. Guns will work against the flies, and she's like, no. Rista's like, no, you can't have guns. They don't have guns, and he's like, but I want guns. Damn the rules, guns. And she's like, no, Seiya, stop it, no guns. And he's like, fine, I guess we'll have bows. Bows will do. And he's like, oh, we can do that. We know an archery goddess. Her name is Metis, or Mitis. She can do multi-hit things. Seiya's like, hey, teach me. And she's like, okay. So, before that, though, Seiya learns Ilulu's magic easily. Easily being an understatement. She's like, first you do this. He's like, I got it. And then he just... Which, you know, I do sort of like that Ilulu's the one being treated like an idiot. Because in so many anime, it's always the boy. If that makes sense. This isn't a sexist thing, it's just an observation. It's always the boy who's like the incompetent one. And it's nice to have the girl be the incompetent one for once. Like, balance it out a bit more. It's something a little bit different, so it's nice. I like that. But yeah, while Seiya's training, the others run into Cerseus again, and he's like, look at what you've done to Adenella. Look at her. Well, I mean, you can't look at her, she's not here, but it's bad, man. Yeah, apparently she's even worse. Later on, the party, minus Seiya, meet up with Arya, and Arya's like, hey kids, you have hidden talents, I'll unlock them for you. That's cheating. You're saving the world, cheats are fine, you know. You're going to have your little pride, or are you going to save the world? What's more important, do you think? You know, come on. Screw the rules and all that. Rista then goes to see Adenella by herself, which is not a smart idea. And then it turns full horror. There's writing on the wall. She's pulling scary faces. It's, yeah. Rista lies, obviously, says, no, I'm here by myself. She runs away. Goes to warn Seiya, and he's already like, I've already figured out how to do it. I'm practicing on my own. Rista goes to her, and Seiya's like, she's behind you. And Adenella followed her and is about to attack Seiya, but then Seiya pats her head, which calms her down, and now she's in blushy mode again. So, this doesn't happen every single time that Seiya leaves. She turns into a mad woman. That would be bad. But yeah, after that, he says like, go away, basically. But like in her head, it's like a shoujo scene, and it's like he's like being really nice, but he's actually just be like, go away, you stink, or something to that effect. Yeah, and then while that's going on, Mitis is behind a tree looking at them, and she looks angry or lusty or scary. Something's up there. Maybe she's annoyed that Seiya learnt her abilities so quick, because he's a true overpowered, it's in the title, see? Overpowered dude. And that was the end of the episode. As I said, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm curious to see what's going on with Mitis. I'm curious to see if Oh god, what was her name? I've already forgotten. The ponytail, the one that got slapped. Her. I'm gonna get it on my notes up. Hang on. I know people will be annoyed if I don't say her name. Her name is Rosalie. I want to see if there's more to her, or if she's just gonna be a turd the entire time, because I can't be doing with that. And I hope that she becomes more. Every character should have more to them, and hopefully Rosalie, she gets something. That would be nice, other than being a turd. I hope there is reason for her being a turd. I keep saying that word. I should stop saying that. I don't know if YouTube doesn't like that word. But yeah, I did enjoy this episode. Lulu and Mash, curious to see what their stronger moves are, stronger abilities. They said Mash's was just him transforming, so I guess it's just a cheat level up, basically, like in a mobile game where you just feed the experience to your dudes instead of playing normally. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. Thank you for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry I've been a bit sick. Hopefully it hasn't shown too much. My throat is a little bit, not parched, what's the word? Dying. If you did enjoy this review, consider subscribing and liking and commenting, please, because bigger numbers make me and YouTube very happy. And if YouTube's happy and I'm happy and then you're happy, everyone's happy. It's a good thing. I will see you next week for another episode of this. And bye, guys.